Sorry about that. We Marines, every time we see each other, we kind of bark. Like, you know, I'm hyper. I don't know if you've noticed already, just the way I talk. I was the one kid that the teachers always remembered. I'm kidding you. I graduated in '93. If you ask Lori Buchter, the vice principal, about me, she'll remember me too good. So just to give you a quick background as to how I ended up in the Marine Corps. By the way, my beloved Marine, the senator was right. We are the first to fight. That is part of our reputation, and we've got the reputation of being the toughest. That's why I joined. But just quickly, I came from Puerto Rico. I was born and raised up in a very rough area in Puerto Rico, and because of things that happened there, whole different conversation, I ended up here in Rochester because my parents were a little bit concerned. Embarrassed to say, some things took place in East High School, where I originally went to, and I ended up in Spencerport, which ended up working out for me. Mrs. Buchter was the vice principal, and she was on me like a hammer. I really did not like her. I really didn't, because she expected a lot out of me, and I really bothered me. I felt she was picking on me. But I can look back now and tell you that me and her, every now and then we get together to today's day, and I thank her every day for being on me and pushing me harder, just because of the fact that she's part of the reason I can stand here and be the man that I am today. I had no direction, like my Marine Corps brother here. I really was, like I said, I was a little bit of a rough child. I got plenty of scars to prove it. And that's not a good thing. That's not something I'm proud of. But I ended up joining the Marine Corps. Like I said, I've always kind of thought I was a tough kid. I boxed when I was young. I did all that stuff. I got into trouble like every young kid tends to do. And it was not good. So I needed direction. I ended up joining the Marine Corps. And my uncle, who I ended up living with, tells me, you should join the Air Force. They're really nice people. They hug you. And I'm sorry, I'm a jarhead. If you're in the Air Force, you'll understand. Anybody here got cousins that you kind of pick on? That's what we do. It's a family. The military is a family. The Marine Corps, we pick on everybody. It's okay. With love, of course. But anyway, so I ended up joining the Marines. They do, as you can see, I kept the hairstyle. Kind of liked it. So they do shave your head. It was kind of traumatizing for me a little bit. A few things took place in boot camp. And basically what they do is they want to break the individual down and build up a different person. A person that values teamwork rather than individuality. A person that values others before self. And I'm grateful for those lessons. I earned my combat action while I was in Somalia. And I served with some of the greatest people I've ever met. Completely different from me. I've served with some guys from Chicago. I was going to say Chi-Town. Chicago, from LA. Some guys from Hanging-Dog, North Carolina. Who knows where that is? Exactly. So, I served with a lot of different people. Different people from me. Backgrounds incredibly as different as the sun is from the moon. But the great part about it is we became a family. I was looking for something to belong to. I'm embarrassed to say, I belonged to a gang when I was younger. And I was looking for that sense of belonging. So when I joined the Marine Corps, I not only found what I was looking for, I found more than that. I left the Marine Corps in 1998. It's been a long time, if you can do the math. My best friend till today's day, him and I served in the Marine Corps together. We got assigned to 3rd Battalion, 1st Marine Division. I was a grunt. The real Marine, the infantryman. I ended up becoming friends with this gentleman, Christopher DeBoker, from Boston, Massachusetts. Talks like this real fast, faster than I do. Until today's day, that's my best friend. And I say that because it is important for you to know what you can develop if you end up joining the military. It's a brotherhood unlike any other. As you can see, when I got out, I was still looking for that brotherhood. That's why I'm a police officer today. I ended up joining the Sheriff's Department because there was a part of me that was longing, wanting what I had in the Marine Corps, that I couldn't find anywhere else. I had some good jobs, but there was something missing. So I ended up joining the Sheriff's Department back in way 2002, and I found what I was looking for. I have a new brotherhood. Doesn't compare quite to the same as the brotherhood that we veterans share, but it's a brotherhood unlike anything else out here. And I share this with you to let you know that if you find yourself ever wondering what will I do in life, the military might be what you're looking for. Trust me, straighten me out. It made me realize that the lives of others and again, this is my view, I value the life of others more than I value my own. Weird thing, remember what I said about how I was? You know, a little roughneck, get into fights, gangs and everything. I'm a sergeant with the Sheriff's Department. Not only that, I'm a pastor in the inner city. And the Marine Corps was part of the reason I was able to change. It installed in me some values that I didn't have. It gave me direction that I didn't have. And I don't want to keep talking here because I have a limited time, but I can tell you this much. It's something I would do over again. And there were some dark days. There were times that I was overseas that I hadn't spoken to my family for over 5 months. We didn't have the technology they have today. And I remember still being in Somalia, looking at the sky, looking at the moon and wondering how was my mother and my sisters. But I gotta tell you, the great times, the friendships I made overshadowed any bad memory, any bad time. And I would do it again in a heartbeat. And I will leave you with this. Esteem others greater than yourself and you'll never regret life. God bless y'all.